You kiss your kids, you go out, you bust your butt every day as hard as you can, give 100% effort so that people will give you an opportunity, you do everything right, and you go home and you... Don't get started. We'll get on that shit a little bit later.
If it ain't white, it ain't right. Oh, we're here. We're back.
Happy holidays.
Oh shit. Oh. What's the holiday today, Jamal?
Yeah. What holiday do you speak of?
What?
Independence Day.
The Green Independence Day, he says. What's going on, people?
Oh, somebody decides.
Happy 420.
It is. It is a happy 420, isn't it?
Yeah.
This has been a great day. I've enjoyed this.
As he says,
as he goes blank.
As he goes blank. That's just
damn.
great timing.
It is.
420.
If that's the last thing he says on the show, man, that'll be fucking hilarious. But yeah, what's going on with you, Gotti?
Oh man, you see it? I'm Uncle Roddick got it today, man. Had to be incognito.
Why you gotta be incognito? Why can't you just be yourself?
No, I'm always myself. Incognito.
Get it together.
There, I have to. Hey, 421.
What?
I said it's 420. My bad. I'm sorry.
No,
at least I didn't turn my whole screen off.
Yeah, like fucking Glansberg over here. Let me go ahead and tell you.
This motherfucker, has he figured it back out yet? He hasn't figured it out yet.
I don't know. He'll be on it a little bit. Fuck it. Hey, I guess it's just one of those days, people. But of course, we got a good show. It's been several weeks since we been back on, which it's fine. It's always my fault, so take that.
Yes, it legitly is.
Okay, well, shit happens. But today is definitely a good day for more than one reason. Again, 420 is the day for those who partake in that kind of thing. Obviously, honestly, real quick, I hate when people go, oh, well, I'll do 420 every day. Okay, yes, we know, but still.
That's the point. There's a day that you can actually celebrate that, and it's not that thing that, you smoke, it's like, are we still at that point where like smoking weed is bad?
No, I don't think so. I mean, a lot of places, even if it's not legal to smoke it recreationally, they've definitely lessened some of those tickets and going to jail and shit like that.
It still needs to be. It's crazy that it's still a Schedule 1 drug, like next to crack and shit. But I think the stigma is finally goddamn like, motherfuckers just want to smoke some weed. Like, let us chill.
That's all we want to do. Nothing special, nothing big, nothing, just smoke some damn weed. Which again, it's fine. If you do it, great.
That's fine.
If you don't, no big deal.
It's from the earth. It's here for me and you.
Yeah. Take advantage, man. Take advantage.
There you go.
There you go. We were kind of stalling a little bit, man, just to kind of give you some time, brother.
I see you took some glasses off, cool man.
Yeah, he can't hear. Yeah, he put his mic and his whatchamacallit on. Yeah. We gonna keep it just like that too. Look at his confused face. Look. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jamal's confused. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Look, he about to snap. He about to throw something.
Oh shit! this is classic. This is classic.
Only on the straight Meddlin show where that shit happened.
Oh man, good technical difficulties right there, man.
We got Dan. We got Dan on the scene. Dan, how you doing? How you doing?
Huh?
It looks like we're having some technical difficulties with Dan, and we'll get back to him in a little bit.
What?
But the second good thing about today, the second great thing about today was finally, after you've been hiding up under a rock, obviously the murder, we can officially say now, the murder of George Floyd took place last year in 2020, May of 2020. And so today the final verdict came down on Derek Chauvin, which was, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He can actually obviously just eat a dick, but the final verdict came down today, and honestly, it was a quick one.
Yeah. Guilty on all three of them.
All three charges, which is important. You know how it's normally going to go. Those sentences are going to run concurrent. That's typically how that goes. But at the same time, it was just good. It was good to see that actually happen, right? Now, obviously,
gotta say, I was feeling more relief than like. Oh shit!
right.
It was more like, oh shit, y'all actually got one. Like, damn.
Right.
It took this much.
Right. No, we can't hear you. Hold on, you're muted. That's why.
You're muted. Unmute him, man.
You can't unmute user muted himself. But
we should be
nevertheless,
laughing right now.
Shit, we can. This shit's gonna be funny.
Of course. That's the joke. That was the joke. No, man, it's just I was more relief than anything. Like, damn, finally, like shit.
Right.
Yeah, and they knew some furniture was about to be moving around this bitch. This shit came out no other way than this.
Yeah.
And again, we still got to wait for sentencing and all that shit. But hey, you got to take your wins when you get them with this type of shit.
Absolutely, 100%. Like, and that's again, wins or losses, right? Again, this is a small blimp on the battle that is still going to have to take place, right? We haven't won the war,
it's just a small victory.
Yeah, very small victory in the grand scheme of things. Again, there's still a lot of things that have to happen in order for people to truly feel that justice has been served. Obviously,
or will be served in the future, because at the rate we're going with what right now is motherfucking. It's outrageous right now.
Right. Can you hear his technical difficulties down there?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear me over there? I had to switch to the iPad. I was like,
the picture looks a little bit clearer, so I can notice the difference there.
Well, yeah, it's a nice iPad has a nice camera.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so
you don't
obviously
be taking pictures with them shits, do you? Like old people, you take a picture with that.
What's wrong with taking a picture with something that takes a picture?
Everybody who does that should be sniped. God damn, man. Anywho, so obviously, the first topic that we were talking about, we just kind of got to it where, it is a start.
This is gonna be an odd transition.
Yeah. Simon, you didn't have to make it obvious. You didn't have to make it obvious.
Yes, I did. That's why I was doing it.
Motherfucker, you. Anyways, but yeah, so again, this is a first step in a laundry list of steps that have to be taken in order, again, for true justice to be served in this situation. But again, him being found guilty on all three counts, that's huge. Him being found guilty on second degree unintentional, we'll get into that too. Second degree unintentional murder, which I think that key word actually determined a lot very quickly.
Of course.
But yeah, so so shout out to that the 12-person jury. Good job. Hey, you guys did what you were supposed to do on your end. Now it's time for the other part of the legal system, the judge, whoever's doing the sentencing. That it's up. Now it's their turn to step up and show, okay, this shit is no longer tolerated in any facet. So
Yeah, that shit is because it's terrible. I mean, again, like I said, when everybody's at angst, like, and not in a good way about what a verdict that's about to be rendered. That's not a good. That says a bad on your fucking system, right?
right.
Like that sheds that shit to me. That should shed the light on the system. But this shit's been happening so long, motherfuckers have gotten numb to it. Like with anything else, motherfuckers have just kind of gotten. That's why this one is like, nah. It was a very pressure valve kind of situation where niggas, yeah, this is about to bust, and
Right.
motherfucker, because everybody was prepped. Every downtown area for the most part took precautions if this shit went the other way because they're so used to it going the other way.
Right. That's another key thing too, where everybody took those precautions. It's like, oh shit, we done seen this story before. We done been here before. We know how this shit can go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like everybody, and it wasn't just localized in Minnesota and shit. That shit was across the nation.
Right.
So it's like, come on, dog. What more? The nation is talking if it does that every time.
Right. No, all facts. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. What you got over there?
Oh shit! He done muted himself again.
Well, no, that was the baby was crying, so I was saving that.
But gotcha.
Oh, that ain't shit.
But I'm glad they got a conviction or whatever. What was the actual charge though?
Well, there were 3 charges. There was second-degree murder, unintentional. There was third-degree murder, and then there was manslaughter. Right?
Second-degree manslaughter.
Yeah. So that the key, the one that carried the most was the second-degree unintentional. Right? Which again, that's what I was saying earlier. Was the key word.
Carries up to 40.
Yeah, that one carries up to 40. But like I said, it was the key. It was key in that because it's like, yeah, you may not have intentionally went out there to kill him, but you knew what you were doing. You knew what the fuck was going to happen, and somebody ended up.
And you knew, yeah. No, that's common sense. I think that's why they put that word. That's common sense. If I lean on somebody's neck with my full body weight on there for 10 minutes, yeah, they're probably not going to turn out too well after that.
Right.
So at what point do they actually do the sentencing part?
That part I'm not sure on yet, but obviously
2 months from now, 8 weeks.
So in 8 weeks, okay, gotcha. And again, and that's going to be the key thing. Like, because again, if it's a Amber Geiger situation, I forgot the law that killed the kid here in Mesquite too, where I think he got like 15 years or something like that, and like I said, Amber Geiger, 10 years, she's only going to serve 5, and I think she won an appeal, so she may get out in the next year or two. And if it's a situation like that, again, board back up your shit because it's gonna happen again, right? But again, if they have to throw the hammer at his ass at this point. Jordan Edwards, thanks, Meddlin. But yeah, they have to throw the hammer at this motherfucker at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, it's nice that they got a conviction. Hopefully, they do, give them an appropriate sentence. But at the end of the day, this is just one case in a sea of cases.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like absolutely good that they got this one, but there's also a systemic issue. Like I always raise the point that because sometimes white people will bring up, oh well, only whatever the number is. I don't know how you say only 400 people, only 300, however many people it is a year get shot by cops as far as black people. But I'm like, you're thinking about the situation when it goes to the absolute peak, right?
Yeah.
Which is somebody getting killed. There's many more.
Many things.
Where they just whip the dude's ass or treat him like shit, arrest him on some bullshit.
Well, just before
all that kind of stuff, and you're never going to get like any high profile anything for that. You know,
Right.
it's only when somebody actually dies. So, I mean, there's a systemic issue. Obviously, everybody knows that. So, what are they going to do about that, right? And that falls on your boy Biden, right? Somebody,
Right.
and I texted y'all about this earlier this week, but it's like, okay, they had that Asian massacre thing at the massage place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Right.
mean, I don't want that to happen, but you know, a month later or whatever, they already have an Asian hate bill that they're about to pass.
Right.
You know, and it's fine. I don't have no problem with the Asian hate bill, but it's like, what about you see how fast they can move if they want to move on
Yeah.
something?
Right.
Where
Right.
Yeah, and they pushing that shit through. This shit
yeah,
is
Right.
on both parties. Is like, yeah, let's do it.
yeah.
Right.
Whereas with police brutality, things along those lines, even though they all say the right things, if you ask them about it right now, when it comes to actually proposing something or actually voting for something that's been proposed, you're not getting very much action on that, right? So
Right.
it
Right.
doesn't seem like they actually want to do anything about it. And I I kind of doubt that with Crime Bill Joe and Top Cop Kamala that you're going to get any real police reform
Right.
on their watch. You're going to get
And
something around the edges that's going to say like,
Yeah.
oh, police can no longer chokehold you or whatever. Like, okay, well, I'll just, you know, do some
right.
other
Right.
shit.
You gotta be there.
And like even still in our own backyard, we still got the same situation. Again, Marvin Scott, same thing. You know, seven police officers, detention officers, they just got fired or whatever. Nobody's been arrested and so on and so forth. It's like, hey, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like,
Yeah.
hey, this
Yeah.
I get like let's not say we're happy for the verdict right now. Like, of course we are, but like, yes, we still got to keep our eyes open to the bigger picture. Like I said, this is just one of thousands, if not millions, of cases where it's like, nah, we get treated like shit all the time.
Right.
Yeah, we just die. We don't die in every one of them. Yeah, I
Right.
got pulled over in my neighborhood. The motherfucker was just trying to run warrants, but he was
Right.
like, "Well, you made a rolling stop." I was like, "No, the fuck, I didn't.
Mhm.
Like, I did not make a rolling stop. I remember because my mom used to get rolling stops, so I didn't make a rolling stop because I
Right.
saw the motherfucker in front of me. I was like, "Oh shit, let me stop all the way
Right.
out in front of me, far away." Motherfucker rolled me. Talking about, oh well, I was just saying if you had you know, if you sure you don't got any warrants? I was like, no.
Well,
It's
so
like, to me,
you in my neighborhood, motherfucker.
yeah, like to me, it's like if you would have came up and just told me that off a rip, then I would still think you're a piece of shit. But at least you're being upfront with me. He do well. You did a rolling stop and
Right.
like, then shut the fuck up. No, the fuck I didn't.
That's that fuck
Just
shit.
tell me what you're really pulling me over for, and then we can get on with this shit.
Right. Right. That's that fuck shit.
You think like just because you're using a whole bunch of words doesn't mean you're saying anything.
Nice. But yeah, like I said, you know, again, the guilty verdict being what it is, I mean, great. That's great. You know, let's still, you know, it's kind of like the 9/11 thing. Like when everybody came together for a week or two and everything is good,
Yeah.
everything is good. Like, no. Hey, let's not let this verdict and whatever the sentence is going to be, you know, it doesn't stop there, right? You know what I mean? You know, George Floyd got his justice, his family got his justice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But let's not stop there. Again, there are a million other cases out here, a million other scenarios out here where, you know, again, it's the same kind of shit. It just doesn't get national attention that needs to be resolved. You know, again, you have a problem with these fucking badass police officers. You have a fucking problem, and that needs to be addressed.
And we know a couple of cops, like, man, when they're talking about like, yeah, that's a piece of shit cop, it's like, damn, so y'all know it, right? So
right.
Like, man, bring that shit to the square.
I don't want you to just to say it though. I want you to, if you're in that situation and you see that shit coming about, I don't want you to say, "Oh, that's some bad shit for that other police officer to do it." I want you to do something about it too.
Well, I mean, that's the one of the issues they have. Like when some of these incidents happen, you have the police department itself investigating itself, and of course they're going to protect each other, right? Because you know shit happens and
pensions,
you know,
pensions and all that shit, man. It's money.
Make sure if you get in a hairy situation, somebody got your back, right? So that's how shit works. And I get that, but at the same time, we make it sound like it's just so hard to stop. It's really not. Like all you have to do is like every other fucking job. What do? They send out a fucking email. They may run a training. They may have some kind of program to get everybody up to speed with this is what the hell we're doing right now. And if you don't comply with that, you just fired. That's it.
You're fired. Like, zero tolerance.
If we get a certain amount of complaints saying that you're doing the exact same thing, abusing people in some way or not or not, operating in a way that we're telling you to operate, then you're fired. And we'll hire somebody else. It's no different from any job anybody has worked where some kind of rule has changed and they're like,
right,
do this shit. That's, we got to do it for these reasons, whatever.
Right.
If you don't do it, that's fine. Just go and we'll get somebody else. That's all.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't want that standard, right? They don't want the style in which they police is how they want to police, which is aggressively in certain communities.
Military style.
Yeah. So until they want to stop that, and that goes into, it's a whole thing. So I mean, yeah. My point being, it's not hard. Everybody wants to act like, oh, well, what is the answer? It's like, is it training? It's like, no, because if the motherfuckers go to Highland Park, they know how to act. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't. So clearly, if you know how to act in one part of the city, but in the other part of the city, you don't act that same way.
And it ain't because the folks in Highland Park ain't talking shit. So don't give me that.
Yeah, they talking cash.
You have to comply.
They talking more shit. They talking more shit than us.
Way more shit. You feel me? Way more shit.
But, as many times has Jerry been pulled over drunk?
Oh my God. He got pictures.
Jerry's flying the helicopter like on Wolf of Wall Street, crashing that shit in his backyard and shit.
That sounds about right. But on this one,
because I can really see him doing that.
Yeah, he did that shit. He did that shit back in what was that, 1991? That's when that motherfucker did that shit. Crashing a helicopter in your backyard. Oh man, that's passe.
That's passe. And then he drank some yak with his finger up.
Come on, young girls. Let's go.
All right, so now we finally get a Full Metal Jacket in on this one. So again, if you don't know what a Full Metal or goofy Full Metal Jacket, normally the other ones have been kind of like, hey, I hate you and all this other shit. But this one, hey, let's have a little fun with it. So if you're not familiar with the Full Metal Jacket, basically what that is everybody, well, on this one, everybody's just going to take turn. And you just blurt them out whenever you see them, but it's kind of very similar to like a visual meme, if you will. So here we go.
The dozens.
Go fuck yourself.
What's going on, people?
He was on crack.
It's real quiet right now.
All right, there we go. Here we go. So we got the first picture up. All right, here we go.
Y'all don't have a man.
Fuck you mean guilty? All the shit I did for this country.
Nigga, please.
Wait. So am I not white anymore?
Oh, you mean I'm going to jail?
Actually, I stole this from somebody. They're like, "Oh shit, white boy summer canceled."
No hot boy summer.
So really, no mayonnaise. God, I'm supposed to eat this panini.
Here's another one. This one was kind of creepy to me though. Huh? You just looking like, you bitch.
Nah,
he's looking like damn, I gotta take penis in the ass now.
Nah,
he like jail food.
That's the bubble gut face.
Yeah, that's bubble gut face.
That's a bubble gut face. He's actually wanting them to take him back to the cell sooner. Like, actually, can we kind of
Can we kind of what? You had it.
Yeah, let's get to it. Can we get back so I can hit this toilet?
Yeah. Hope you like prison. Help you like prison food and penis.
Yeah, it's so fucked up how we do dudes. Nobody would ever hope that a woman gets raped in jail.
Shit. Mel Gibson did.
Who did?
By a whole gang of them.
Mel Gibson. Remember when he told his ex-wife, "I hope you get gangbanged by a pack of niggers." What?
That's very specific. Goddamn, you haven't seen that before, huh?
Yeah, Passions of the Christ just came out and everything. Like, damn, Mel, come on, God. I can't watch Lethal Weapon no more. Fucking around with you, man.
Like Mel, you know he's a nigga, right? Jesus is a nigga.
Okay. So enough with that. So yeah, I guess we can. Man. I guess we can segue now. Yeah.
Rest.
I get those segues. You gotta like them. All right, now, men, I need y'all to understand this, okay? We're always challenged when it comes to relationships. We're always challenged, and what is the next best thing that you can do? And sometimes the challenges are good. You two guys are married, so I'm sure you done went through the double dare challenge like 90,000 times, right? So this guy, Mr. What's his name again? William Hunn. Let me show you a picture of him. He's fucking it up for us normal people. Mr. William Hunn, he is right there standing next to his fiance, which is, great.
Of course she said yes. Motherfucker had 5 rings.
But now wait now, Simon. Now, Mr. William.
Not one of them rings back when she leaves.
Well, see, here's the deal. So to me, I think he stepped his game up. Again, if you've been hiding up under a rock, what Mr. William Hunn did, he actually proposed to his wife or fiance at this point. He proposed to his fiance with 5 different rings.
So
now,
well, you finish your thing, yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say now. Now, look, that's stepping your game up right there. I mean, I'm sorry, they had the whole helicopter ride and being around places and shit like that, but that's actually stepping your game up. I got to give the man kudos, but save some ass for the rest of us, my man.
Well, let me ask you this.
All right.
Was that like a buffet for her to pick from, and she just picks one of the 5, or did he just give her 5 rings?
No, he actually gave her a buffet of rings to pick from, basically. Like, pick one. This is going to be the one that you're going to have. Now, maybe he made good money. Well, he could make good money. Who knows?
Did he get the other rings? Because I don't know. Will they even take it back once they've actually made it?
Well, this is my concept behind it. I was like, well, he probably just told her, hey, Drew, like, look, man, you can be there with all the rings. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to buy whichever one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, here's my credit card, whatever. I'm going to buy either one of them. It really don't matter.
He's still doing too much. But I get, this concept is, I guess, cool. Is it? To me, that shit was whack.
Okay. Why was it whack?
Oh, well, you don't know your girl. Like, you just...
Yeah, it's
so that you have to give up 5 options.
To me, it's like, damn, you got 4 more hoes. I see you. You're keeping the place.
No, cuz you can't take it there.
Like if you went
why can't I? Where you gonna? How you gonna tell me where I can take it?
Like if you went to Wendy's for you and your girl, and you came back with 5 meals for her because you weren't sure what she wanted. She would think you were a fucking idiot. like you with me every day, you have no idea of anything on the menu I might want.
Nothing.
When was the last time you seen me eat some spicy nuggets? God damn.
Yeah, let me get that number 1 through 5.
No, it's just, to me,
come on, Simon. Simon, get it off your chest now because you look perturbed.
That shit was capping. Like, man, what are you doing? Like, granted, if you got obviously had the means or somehow had the means to do this shit, so do what you do. Maybe she liked that. Yeah, but to me that's cap. Yeah, that's cap, dog. Nigga, why would you buy 5 engagement rings in the first place? I mean, that shit, it just never made sense to me. Like, again, kind of what alluding what Jamal was saying, like, hey, you don't have no clue. Like, damn, you couldn't shave it down to 2. I could accept that. Like, at least you know the general style of what you want, or something like that. That to me, like, nigga, get your stupid ass out. Get your ass to the back, bro.
Damn, I mean, you ain't giving him no kudos.
Man, she said yes. He got all the kudos he needed.
I think she was gonna say yeah to any ring, really, to be honest with you. But
that shit was cat, man. That shit was cat.
He scored a lot of points, man.
That's what I'm saying. He scored a lot of points.
Oh, that goes without a doubt.
Right.
Goes without a doubt.
Let me let you know right now. If you have a man who was nice enough to do something like that for you, he is definitely gonna cheat on you. That's 100%. 100%.
No,
that nigga too nice. He's setting up something.
Yeah. Nah, he's going above and beyond because he knows the dirt that's happening.
Because that's my whole thing about it.
Put up the picture of him. Let me judge him.
Yeah.
Nah, don't do him like that.
Nah, nigga, that's a nigga you don't trust.
It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. But again, William Hunn, shout out to you, man. Congratulations, man.
I guarantee you, in 2 years we're gonna hear about this couple again. Remember that guy who offered his wife? Oh
yeah. He better not
all 5 and kicking him out.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you now. He better not do nothing wrong. He got his target on his back. Ain't you that one that had the 5 rings for your lady? I thought you was better than this, Derek Jackson.
Yeah, nigga. Because most men don't like bringing the target onto them. Like he invited the target to him. Like you made yourself a target. Nobody would have said shit. All right, my nigga. Good luck with that.
Yeah, say I hate play. But another cool thing that he did too was he actually had a ring, which is the one ironically that she chose. He was walking around like she would. I sent y'all the video. We can't play the video on here because for copyright issues.
Video of him
it kind of looks stalkerish, but
shit. He comes out the toilet.
Yeah. Like I said, we can't play the video for copyright issues because I don't think that I don't own the rights to this music. I don't think that shit works. It could, but it
doesn't.
Yeah, right. And so
please, while you're talking about that, hey people, stop with I don't own the rights to this music shit. We know. Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I put up videos with a whole bunch of songs I don't own the rights to. Nigga, them shits is still up. You don't have to put that shit on there. Goddamn it. Grind my gears.
Yeah. Simon just went on a rant real quick. Jesus. Like he was following around when they were going in the store and places like that, and he would like he would show the. Yeah, with his camera, and then he would flash up the ring as she's walking, not paying attention in the restaurant. So, like I said, he had a whole theme for it. That's fine. I mean, I don't know
bitch, awareness need to get up, dog. Awareness is on 49. Okay, you don't see me this whole time. God damn it! I thought I talked to niggas. Keep your head.
Y'all niggas ain't shit. I swear to Christ.
Golly, man, that would perturb me at the end of the day. Like, damn, you didn't see me follow you this whole time. Shit, they could just run up and get your ass.
She closed the washer with clothes in it. That motherfucker in the washer.
They still don't see me.
But I was like, when I had an engagement ring, nigga, I was so scared to lose that shit. Like, I was not trying to at every moment to show it all. And nah, bro, I put that shit in the top of the closet,
right?
And just went and checked every time that it was still there.
How long did you have the engagement ring before you proposed? I'm asking both of y'all.
Shit, damn, I got it. Oh, so I had it probably about 2 weeks before because we went on a trip, and I proposed on a trip.
Right.
Damn, I did the same shit.
Oh, okay. Great minds think alike.
I guess so. Yeah, I did on traps. I want to say mine was a little bit longer than that. I think it was like, maybe like maybe 3 months. It was a while.
God damn, you had it for 3 months?
It was a lot that goes into that that's too long to talk about. So yeah, okay. But about somewhere around there. Okay. It might have been shorter. Shit, I can't remember. It was fucking 6 years ago.
Oh, you don't know.
I mean, 8 years ago. Eight.
But I'm sure gonna hate what he has to do for an encore, because if that's how you starting off, I mean, you know, the milestone anniversaries, man, they gonna fuck you up. Cause shit.
So now you got to come out there with 10.
Planning for it to go that long. All right, I'm telling you, this has got like a 3-year shelf life on it.
Oh man, this shit is smooth. This shit is smooth NFL, not for long.
Yeah. Before we find out he offered some other woman 4, and he offered another woman 3, and he offered another woman 2.
Hey, fucking around, that'd have been his 5th time proposing to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he been proposing to women for about the last 7 years. Oh, really?
It seems like he had 5 rings because he had 5 wives.
That's neat. He's trying to get a lifetime story.
God damn. What y'all niggas is hell. Y'all boys is hell.
Didn't it? Again, congratulations to the couple. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, segue. We can just segue on into sports. Fuck it. Steph Curry.
My name is Simon, and I like sports.
Steph, damn, Wardell Curry.
Wardell. No more Steph Curry slander will be tolerated in these parks over here. I'm specifically talking about myself, but y'all can jump on that shit if y'all want to. This era that we're in, where if you don't do a certain thing, everybody wants to criticize you for this and that and the third. And you're good, but nah, man. To these greats that we get to see, like Wardell, that actually changed the game of the NBA. Like there's a tangible thing. Russell Westbrooks, these others, the others that go through the league, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, like, nah, even if they don't win no championship, like, nah, let's celebrate these niggas because these niggas is cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Oh, go ahead, okay.
Well, I was just gonna say, yeah, I'm tired of the championship conversation too, right? Because there's never been a real live conversation. He was like, oh, well, Jordan got 6, yeah, but Bill Russell has 11. Like, so we can't talk about championship.
It never used to be about championships,
right?
Now, it's just your game to speak.
That's like the ultimate thing you can achieve in sports, but it was more about like the appreciating the players in the past,
Right.
Like they said, Jerry West lost, I don't know how many times in the finals,
10.
right? But they still called him Mr. Clutch because they were thinking about all the games, not just the 5 or 6 or 7 games you play in the finals. So it's kind of
he was so cold. Jerry West was so cold in the finals. He's the only player, to win MVP of the finals on the losing team.
Yeah. So I mean, we gotta, and I don't know if it'll. I assume the culture will shift at some point, but
yeah,
it's almost like the only person who can not be, people won't be critical of, is whoever is the best player winning championships at that time or whatever. Otherwise, everybody is just like, oh, Chris Paul is good, but never got over the hook.
This motherfucker's a point.
Have you watched this motherfucker play? Like everywhere he shows up, they win.
Everywhere.
Phoenix been trying to win for years. All them same high draft picks that's playing with him right now, including Booker, were there winning 30 games. He shows up, now they're a 50-win team, even in a 70-game season.
Right.
So I never like I never fell into that trap of being like, oh, he didn't win a championship, so he ain't shit. Because there's a lot of shit that goes into it, like a lot of shit.
So much.
Not only do you have to have the talent, you kind of have to have, sometimes not have a team that's got that has your number in terms of like being a really good matchup for you. Because sometimes you got a great team and they run into somebody that's got a real good matchup, and had they not run into that team, they might have made it to the finals, but they ran into that team, right? And just
gave them problems all during the regular season.
Your team could be outcoached. You could have injuries. You could have all types of shit that contributes to winning a championship or not winning a championship, and it's really hard to do. Like I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, just think about T-Mac. Like, and people, of course, they don't put him in a category with some of those other guys because he never won a title. But it's like the dude was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Like somebody that big doing the things he was doing.
Right.
And being the cousin of Vince Carter, like
that was a shadow.
A family like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you must be Brandy, brother.
I just appreciate the talent because everybody is not going to win a title. It's just there's only one per year, so the math just says there's going to be a lot of great players. Actually,
don't win it.
Great players who don't win it.
Yeah, that's what I don't think people understand the amount of great players that didn't win a championship or only won one or some shit like that. Like, there's a lot of great players that just didn't win. Like, it wasn't
in all sports too, in football.
In all sports, in all sports. Like, we can undeniably. We'll say this, and we know this shit is a fact. Like, we saw Barry Sanders play. Barry Sanders was a great player. He won one playoff game in his career.
One playoff game or series?
One. I'm equating it to football. It was only one. He only won one playoff game in his whole career. And we know he.
We know what?
So it's like, and we know he was great, like a great player.
Right.
Like it says, some of these guys like a Russell Westbrook. Like what he's doing, that's greatness.
Right. Yeah. See, all that Brody hate. I don't get the Brody hate. Like, oh well, he ain't gonna do this. Man, look here. You know what you getting with him? He gonna go out there and bust his ass every night. I know many of motherfuckers that don't bust their ass every night for anything. You know what I'm saying?
But you'll have a more favorable outlook on that person than motherfucker that's not giving you 100% to the one that you know every time he step on the court.
Every time
he trying to go through your motherfucking chest.
Yeah, he giving you everything you got. So you have to appreciate players like that. You have to, and I used to do the whole Jordan comparison, the Kobe Jordan comparison, to LeBron. I used to do that all the time too, but again, over the last couple of years, it's become redundant because number one, you're not going to change anybody's mind, which I don't think that's the purpose of the argument. I think people just like to talk, to say that they know shit, right?
Yeah, of course.
But at the same time, it's like you have to appreciate the players for who they are. Like, hell, I'm over here watching this Brooklyn Nets New Orleans Pelican game, and Kyrie just did an immaculate move. Like, so what? He takes tomorrow off. Who cares, right? He just made an immaculate move.
Hey, y'all talk about LeBron. He stole that from LeBron and maxed that shit out. That nigga using all this PTO.
Oh yeah, he using all that PTO.
But he don't even pretend to be doing like something important. You know what I'm saying? He just be like, I just kind of don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I need to explain that to anybody. You know, I think so many times we get caught up in explaining things that we want to do to other people just because there's an expectation that we're going to explain things because we are in a society that explains. But I don't have to explain anything to you or anybody else because
while he's explaining,
that's not something that I want to do anymore. At one point, I was caught up in there, and my chakras were not aligned. But now.
Wow, he doesn't want to.
And I'm just walking in my truth. And my truth is that I don't feel like playing basketball tomorrow. That's the truth.
That's the truth. And that's the goddamn deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kyrie Irving by way of Jamal. They got the same haircut. But yeah, just appreciating those kind of players, and maybe one of these days I'm gonna stop my Luka hate, but he's he just fresh into the game, but again, like just appreciate the shit that we have out there. Again,
you don't really hate him, you just hate the stardom they thrust upon him to a little too early.
They shot him to the moon. Y'all don't get this, man. I don't think y'all understand. Like, you go out there and average a good amount. I don't know how much you have, 25, 26, 28, who cares? It's like, oh man, he's the second coming of what? Like, damn. Can we win 50 games one year? Maybe. Shit.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we're in the culture of putting the cart before the horse. Like, that's the culture. We're ass backwards right now.
Luka is they one right now. Okay, like they gotta have one, and he's
they gotta have one,
and he's good on top of it. So him and Jokic are the two that they holding their little white hands. Trying to hold up.
It's a damn shame.
And they vaccinated him with the Johnson & Johnson.
Oh my
what's the all white team in the NBA?
The NBA all white team right now.
Oh, right now? Well,
so
I mean,
number 5, right?
Utah's always up there in the numbers.
No, he talking like Luka.
Just in general.
Yeah, Luka, Chris Stapps.
Chris Stapps up there?
I mean, I don't know too many of them that are left.
Tyler Hero,
but Gordon Dragic, Duncan Robinson,
Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward. Yeah.
So Jokic, Chris Stapps, Gordon Hayward, Tyler Hero, Luka.
Yeah. Hey, this Chris Harris for Brooklyn though. He's a good 6-man.
Yeah. He fired them threes up.
Yeah. Well, Joe Harris. They just said his name. I said Chris Harris. That's what I get.
Yeah. Chris and Joe. Chris and Joe. That's not.
I think that team can win.
No, they can't.
They have two spots coming off the bench.
Yeah, it is, and it's not. I want to say it after the fact, but it's not because they're white. Like, no, they can't. No, shit. It's like, do you realize how cold some of these motherfuckers in the league is? They ain't even getting past a Jimmy Butler led team.
But you have two MVP candidates, and Jokic and Luka.
They ain't getting past a Jimmy Butler led team. I don't give a damn who on Jimmy Butler team. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna take them third stringers, go whoop their ass.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't happening. Like, damn, I gotta go against LeBron tomorrow. Then Kawhi after that, man. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you ever notice, I don't give. You see, they don't schedule, the NBA don't schedule their superstars to play the Clippers and the Lakers back to back like that. They'll schedule Charlotte to do that shit.
Yeah. Just so your ass to the blender.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get out of my
because if they win both them games, they got something to talk about that week coming up. Like that's a good, like, are they on an upcut or are they a team to watch because they beat these two teams?
They're not winning both of those games. That's the problem. You put Luka up against the Lakers on night 1 and then the Clippers on night 2. Luka is averaging 17 points and 6 turnovers. I guarantee you. Hell no.
And he gonna foul out one of them games too.
Oh, he fouled out one of them games.
It's a Clipper game because Clippers gonna be them motherfuckers. It's always a Clipper game.
Runner gonna eat his ass up.
Oh my God, you know he petty as fuck.
Runner gonna eat him up. Where your mama at? Where your mama at, Luka? Where your mama at?
A player like Rondo that a lot of people like. Now you gotta give him his due as being a true point guard.
Right. Hey,
one of those, just one of those.
And I knew when he came to the Mavericks, I knew it was going to be short lived because how Rick Carlisle get down too is like, yeah,
That shit don't mix. That shit don't mix.
Yeah, nah.
Them niggas is too bullheaded to be in a room together for too long.
Yeah, like Rondo, he kind of has to be on a team that has a real leader. You know what I'm saying? He can't be like or I shouldn't even say the smartest guy in the room, but like he can't be like the biggest ego
personality.
You know, like if he's got like what the hell is he? He's not with the
it's with the Clippers.
Yeah. If he has like it's hard to say if Kawhi and Paul George are.
They're not. That's the thing. That's why they brought him in. Because they're not.
Yeah.
Neither one of their presence, just to make motherfuckers move around. Nah. And the thing is, we know Paul George is cold. This nigga can get buckets.
Yeah.
But like a presence in the locker room or something, like, no. It's always just that hired hit, man. He's just the sprinkle on top for as a step.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Kawhi, like he fucks his team chemistry up, like with all that sitting out all the time, like you know, like, and it's not even the total number of games. It's how he does it, where he's like, okay, we got 4 games this week. I'm playing two this week. You know. One next week. I'll play all 4 that week. Okay, then I'm gonna sit out 2 that week. Oh, we got a back-to-back. Can't play both of those.
Hey, Kawhi, which games you sitting at this week? Do you have the schedule?
Milwaukee, yeah, my hamstring.
It's gonna be tight that day.
Yeah, I can feel it already.
But man, when he plays though, boy, god damn,
cold, motherfucker, cold. He'll catch a body on you real quick.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a test for him though, because this is the first time if he tries to win title in LA that he will have had to lead the team, like be the leader of the team to a championship, which is a different thing. So, and I think part of their failure last year, obviously it goes around to a lot of people, but part of it was on him because, when you don't play that much, like the team, and they even talked about it, kind of broke the locker room a little bit of him just, playing when he felt like it and everybody else had to show up and work hard. Especially when that team prior to him getting there had a hard work type.
They wore their emotions on their sleeve. Team.
Yeah, then we don't have the most talent, but we're just gonna bring it every night.
Right. And then you got LeBron across the hallway. He's bringing it every night. It's like, say, dog, you know what I'm saying? This nigga right across the hallway. This nigga out here. Where you at?
10 years older than you. So
yeah. Like, what is your problem, bro?
So I do question if a Kawhi-led team can win. I mean, obviously he's talented, so he can win it. He's done it before. But in San Antonio, obviously there's Tim Duncan, and then we're leading that. And then Toronto, Kyle Lowry.
That was a Kyle Lowry team, yeah.
And so he's not. He just was a hired gun, right? And they won it.
Yeah.
But here he's the fucking man, and that's a different level of responsibility. So. And it's hard to tell somebody in the playoffs, do this, do that. And they're like, motherfucker, I've been out here all fucking season. Like, I don't get PTO like you do. Like,
right.
So don't come out here telling me I need to do this, I need to do that. Motherfucker, you play 40 games. Like, of course you got a little energy to bounce around.
Yeah, shout out to Lemon Pepper Lou. Shout out to Lemon Pepper Lou. Say, no, I'm finna go.
Yeah, calling that shit out like, bro, nah, nigga, that shit work.
Right.
So, but
no, absolutely. Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking at y'all game right quick. Yeah, y'all finna get beat. 131, 128, 6 seconds left. I think Brandon Ingram going to the free throw line. Yeah, y'all finna get beat.
That's pretty much every night.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. But the NFL draft is coming up.
Yes, it is.
And
a lot of answers, a lot of questions get answered in a couple of weeks.
Now, real quick, and this is just LPism, right? Say Mike Tomlin turns it from Mike Tomlin and he goes to LP on the point system. Fuck you, man. But I think this draft is going to be very top heavy. Like meaning, like I'm on.
Quarterback top heavy.
Yeah, and after that, it's just going to be you're filling in pieces that you're just filling in pieces for what you need.
Man, well, yes, I feel that. But to me, the best player in this goddamn draft is fucking Kyle Pitts. Whoever gets him, good Lord, that's a goddamn game changer right there. Automatically on your goddamn team.
Well, does he go top 10?
Oh, of course he does. That's easy. He might go top 5, top 6, depending on some trades.
Right. And
I'm talking about a tight end going that high. He's probably the best athlete in the damn draft right now.
Yeah. From the because I honestly only know about like 15 of these motherfuckers coming out this year, right? If that could be like 13. But yeah, I mean, as far as athletes are concerned, yeah. I mean, I get that point, but I'm trying to think in my head like realistically, where would he go where it would make sense?
Anywhere. This motherfucker he's an instant game changer, dog. Just kind of like how Jamar Chase went up there to Minnesota and nobody saw that, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh shit, this motherfucker cold as shit. Like type shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Breaking Randy Moss records and shit.
Drafting a tight end that high, but I mean,
shit. We got to get out of that. To me, that's mentality in football. No, before we have to get out of that mentality in football, because in basketball or other sports, that's not the criteria. If he's the best player, you draft that player. It's nothing. There's no because he's a tight end. He's a running back. He's a no. If he's the best player, you draft the best player.
What if he goes number 4? What if he goes number 4 to Atlanta?
They'll still.
That's the problem. Atlanta just drafted a goddamn problem. That's what they did.
Yeah, and that's why
I don't give a damn. You can shake your head because they're in your division.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
The team might be sorry.
These dudes have had receivers coming out their ass forever, and they just get their ass whipped.
Yeah, exactly, and they're giving everybody problems.
That would be all.
Receiver. We know they don't know how to draft the rest of the team, but we know they know how to draft receiver.
Yeah. I don't think
you just gotta go to a team that would know how to use them, because we've seen other great athletic tight ends come in,
right,
and go to places where they don't know how to use them. OJ Howard, cats like that, where they go to these places that's not getting them involved.
Right.
4 years later, they're fucking blocking tight end.
But I think on OJ Howard, I think we all jumped the gun on him too. We saw that he's an athlete, but especially at Bama, there's athletes everywhere. So when he flashes, is he really flashing because he's that cold, or is he flashing because he has all those athletes around him?
Right.
We know Pitts at Floyd, like, no, we seen him put up numbers. We never really saw OJ put up those numbers at Bama. Don't get me wrong, when he got the ball in his hand, he got busy. So we all projected that he's going to be good in the league. I think Pitts is in a totally different category than him.
Shout out to Jordan Reed too, being drafted by the foreskins and concussions and shit like that. He retired just recently. Yeah. Like with Pitts, like I don't see him going to the Jets. If he goes to
Jets
the 49ers.
49ers are picking a quarterback.
Right. I'm between those two, it would be
the
Justin
top three.
Fields and
To me, the top 3 picks are. We know they're going to be quarterbacks. We just outside of Trevor Lawrence, we're just waiting to see how the rest of that shit shuffles out.
Right.
You don't make that move, draft, get a tight end. You go get a quarterback.
Right. Yeah. Good point. Very good point. If he doesn't go 4 to Atlanta, He could go
Atlanta
five.
might trade out.
Well,
Watch
again,
them. Watch for the trade out.
okay. And then 5 Bengals. I don't necessarily see them getting them either, but I also don't know of a lineman that they can get to help Joe Burrow out.
Yeah,
at
they
that
do.
point.
There's a few tackles in this draft.
Right. And then maybe 6 to Miami. Now 6 to Miami, Miami being the team that they were last year, that's a good another weapon for them to add to their arsenal too.
Yeah, of course. If he falls to 6, Miami going to take him because they're in a position where they got to build. Since we know they're committed to 2, they got to build around 2. And what's
Right.
a young quarterback best friend? A tight end.
Yeah. Dump it off and go. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I think he may. Yeah.
Top 6.
I'll change my stance on that. I think he will go top 10. Not bad, Mr. Pitch. And just for the record, he's a Gator man. But who else sticks out? Like Devontae Smith, Heisman Trophy winner. Again,
he's a fit player to me. Where does he
Keyshawn
fit?
Johnson type?
To me, no, fuck. He's too small for Keyshawn. The boy's like 5.
Like a possession receiver, sure-handed.
No, that's not. Hey, did you see him play?
Who, Keyshawn?
No, you're talking about the Heisman Trophy winner. Did you see?
Yeah,
he's big play. He's big play man.
Yeah, okay.
Exact. He's more like Deshaun Jackson type.
Yeah, Deshaun
That's
Jackson.
the type he is.
Which is good.
That's what he is. He's big
Does he
play,
go
man.
Does he go top 10? Because I seen one mock draft where they had him actually going all the way back to us at 17.
No, and Raiders are not. Yeah, the Raiders are not picking him. That doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Right.
No, I say top 20, somewhere within there, because he is a difference maker, a playmaker type. Like he's a big play waiting to happen type receiver. Get the ball in his hand and he'll get busy.
What I'm interested to see is how these quarterbacks pan out, because 5 quarterbacks, even 4 or 5 quarterbacks going in the first round. First of all, is unheard of.
Rare.
The times it has happened, it's usually been maybe as a couple guys at the end of the first round or something.
Right.
But to have basically 4 of the top 5 or something like that be quarterbacks, or maybe even more, and it's like, are all these dudes gonna pan out?
No,
Right.
Like,
number 7 they're not.
Yeah, the odds will tell you you're not going to get 5 quarterbacks. I don't think there's ever been a draft where you had 5 quarterbacks be like franchise guys that you're drafting them for.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that, like, I think all of them are project whatever they projected them to get drafted at.
Class of all time for this shit to work out.
And they were talking about several of them being like all of them are going to be like starters like immediately. It's like, whoa, that's a lot going on right there.
No.
Again, this is what
Trey
the projections
Lance. But obviously, when you're trying to take this many quarterbacks, your hit rate is like what, 25%. So if you got 5, that's only saying 1 is going to be good. So it only one that everybody kind of universally on is Trevor Lawrence, and everybody else is. Yeah, but everybody else.
I'm not all the way on board with Trevor Lawrence.
But to me, where did this happen? Because there was a point in time we were all on board. We knew he was going to be the number 1 pick for 2 years.
Right.
Yeah. So when did we fall? When did we fall off?
I'm talking about me personally. Like when I would see him, I mean, he's good, and I understand why he's the number. Why?
No, he's been great. So he's lost 2 games since high school. He's been great.
Yeah, I mean, he playing with George and Duke and them.
It doesn't matter. It does. He's been great.
I'm just telling you, when I've seen him play against top competition in the playoffs, like it hasn't been terrible. But I haven't left impressed.
He won a national championship.
Yeah, but he's also playing at Clemson, so it's not like he's playing with some scrubs out there. Like all
Yeah,
the receivers
and
he's
getting back.
and the running backs he's playing with, all going to the NFL. So I mean, just
Yeah,
like we talk
no,
about
he
Mac
gets
Jones
back.
and these guys having
No, he gets
all
back,
around.
but he gets since he's been a starter, he was in the playoff and he won one. Like he got to what 2 and lost.
Yeah,
And
they're
lost
gonna
in
be
the
right back
playoff
next year. They're gonna be right back next year with their new quarterback.
Yeah, they'd be in the playoff, but they might be one and done.
All I'm saying is there were some games, especially against Ohio State, one of the games against Ohio State and the game against LSU, where he was just, in my opinion, with tight coverage like he's gonna see in the NFL, tight windows, he was kind of spraying the ball all over the place.
Right.
And ended up costing them because they didn't do much for a big portion of the game.
But I thought he was playing with NFL talent. So where's the like that? That goes both ways. I'm not saying your opinion.
I'm saying that is what I'm saying. If to be the slam dunk, oh my God, he can't miss guy, then in those games, even if you lose, I'm not knocking you for losing, but you got to be on point. Like we saw games where Deshaun Watson. We'll play with Houston, for instance, this year. Mm. And there were games where they lost, yeah, but he was on point. Like his shit was together. Yeah. He was dropping dimes, defense let him down, penalties, whatever the case may be. But
I agree. I agree with everything.
That's all I'm saying is for him to be the oh my God, he can't miss guy. I need to see that in those games against that tip top competition as well. And for me, in a couple of those games, that was kind of lacking. And in other games, sometimes he doesn't have to do as much, depending on how the game goes. So, that's
any great quarterback with a great team. You hope there's games where you don't have to do that much. You can't hold. To me, sometimes when we say that, that's almost a negative to a quarterback. And I'm not saying because there is a line to it. We all know he's more than a bus driver as a quarterback because we've seen that. When there's games where he doesn't have to do that much, is that really on him? Or is it just because, hey, man, I don't have to do all that? Yes, there's been some games where he comes through and he needs his fair because he shouldn't be fucking when he walk into the league because it's not going to be. But, again, we've known he was going to be the number 1 pick for 2 years.
Yeah, we've known that, but I just
they're now we're nitpicking him, as we always do. What's kind of obvious to us because that's our nature to. And it's fair. It's fair criticism. If it's fair criticism, it's fair criticism. But we got to understand that's where we at with him because we've seen him be great for so long that we gotta like you said, we gotta question those couple games. And make those bigger than the other 50 games we saw him beat the shit out of a lot of people.
Right. Yeah, fair enough. Now the NFL draft is next week on the 29th. That's day 1. So next week we'll jump into a little bit more detail because it's a little bit closer to the time. That'll be the 27th. Yeah, it'll be a little bit closer to the time. But what I want to do now is bring in El Patron, Mr. Pena himself, because this soccer thing has me going, right? Because we started talking about it in our little text group about, hey, the Super League. He said something about the Super League. I'm like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is the Super League? Like, I'm all for shit just kind of happening and kind of going from there. Do I watch soccer?
No. They trying to change some shit up now.
Okay, see, and you look into all that kind of shit. I don't, and I know technical difficulties over there don't do the shit either. So we're gonna bring in Patron
my
real
name
quick.
Is Simon. I like sports.
Football correspondent.
Yeah.
Football.
Hey, we need to give you some. Matter of fact, yeah, Gio, we need to give you some damn theme music whenever you come on. What's going on, brother?
What's happening, bro?
Was it good, man? Was it that bad that Jamil had to walk away, man? Damn.
That's how that goes. He's like, fuck it. It's like, it's soccer, man. Who gives a shit?
Hey, he's been having a long night the whole night.
My God. I've been hearing this baby crying in the background. Both, I don't know if it's both of them or one of them. I'm like, oh yeah, he got some problems going on. We got to cut this one short today.
Man, they disrespectful, man.
Yeah, man,
man.
yeah, this Euro Super League has been kind of crazy, man. It's been really pretty much around the world. It's been pretty much making people. It's been the talk for the last pretty much since Sunday afternoon.
It's put people on their heels.
Yeah,
so what went on? Like what happened? Like what's causing people to be in an uproar?
So I guess the biggest uproar is because in soccer and and I guess you don't know this, but in all the major leagues in soccer besides the MLS, there is a relegation zone, meaning if you are in the bottom 3 in your league, you get relegated to second.
So you get sent down as a team. They send you down to the minors.
Yeah, pretty much you go to it's like going to the minors, but then you also lose a lot. You lose money now because now sponsorships and everything else go out. So what happened in this play was the biggest teams in the world, and this is kind of like your Barcelonas, your Real Madrids, your Manchester Uniteds, the teams with power, the teams with history, are deciding or trying to decide to start a league outside of the sanctioned leagues, like so UEFA and FIFA. FIFA, runs all the international competitions. So your Euros, your Copa Americas, your World Cups. And then you have UEFA, who runs the other leagues, the Champions League, the Europa League, these other tournaments and stuff. And so what these teams are doing, these big teams, was they were trying to create this 20-team league called the European Super League, which would include 15 teams that would automatically never be able to be moved out. And they would always stay in it, with 5 teams rotating. 5 teams would rotate, I guess, yearly. They'd pick 5 different teams that come in and play in this yearly tournament. And the big uproar with this was that these big teams that already have a lot of money, they have a lot of power, were going to get richer, meaning they have more opportunity to buy players. Like right now, they were talking about, like a player like the young guys like Mbappe, the kid from France. He'll probably get big pay where he's making maybe 400,000 a week. Well, who's to say once a Real Madrid is able to get a $6 billion deal, that now they offer this kid 800,000 a week in money. So really, it was going to take the parity out of some of these smaller teams that are trying
to make these top teams already in top team spots. So they say, let's create another league where we can still pay these because we can't pay everybody in these X amount of leagues. So let's start our own league. So like Baby Powder said, hey, we come in here and get our old bitches, but if we don't get no old bitches, we're going to get a whole new stable of bitches and start a whole new league. Okay, so that's basically what's going on.
It's a money thing. It is a money thing. It's always been a money thing. It will always be a money thing. And to me, that's why I think it's funny that UEFA and FIFA come out saying all the stuff they're going to sanction players. Because honestly, FIFA is the same thing. FIFA is exactly the same thing.
That nigga's corrupt as fuck.
Yes, they're ruthless. That's what they're about. They're about the money. So to me, what if it happens, FIFA will be involved. FIFA is doing this to get a part in this, to get a play, saying, "Hey, okay, because give me my 10%." The deal that these teams would get, if they were to sign, is about $2 to $3 billion in revenue per team.
Oh God.
And again, these are I think I told you guys, some of these guys, like the Messis of the world, they get paid. These guys get paid a lot of money to play soccer.
Oh my
God. And now you throw more money at them and stuff. So
I'm saying when you see Forbes list, that means always a staple up there. It's shocking when you see a football player or a basketball player up there. Shit like that.
But an extra $2 to $3 billion in revenue, that's not chump change, man.
So would they still play in the other league and this league, or?
Yeah, so what they're like they're kind of, I guess their pitch was they will still play in the the way it is right now. They play in their league. So if you're an English team, you play in the Premier League. If you're a Spanish team, you play in a Liga. Then you have tournaments outside of that. So depending on how well you do at the end of the season, you get invited into the Champions League. Champions League is typically the top 4 teams of every league. So if you're the top 4 in England, top 4 in Spain and Germany, Italy, all that, you then get put into the Champions League, and then they have a schedule where once every week or 2 weeks, you might play those teams in that tournament. At the end of the year, you have a champion in the Champions League, but you also finish out your regular season. Now they're trying to figure out if you were to do this, how do you continue to do Champions League? How do you do this Euro League? And how do you do your regular league that you have? And the fear for some of these leagues are that these teams are saying they're going to do this, and at some point they'll
jump out of it.
They'll jump out. They'll leave those leagues, and for me, like if you say it like as a fan, I would rather see a Real Madrid versus Barcelona all the time. I want to see the best teams against the best players at all times. I don't want to see the little teams like the Wolves from Wolverhampton in England, because again, it's not the prettiest soccer. The soccer is best played when you have the better teams.
Right.
What it takes away is those small teams that are competing. It takes away that Cinderella story of teams that actually are fighting to stay up in that league. And these other teams are just going to be automatically given this opportunity where they'll never be relegated. They'll always stay in this European league. So it's all it's different for them because they're used to regulation. They're used to you play for something. You're not playing just to stay. You're playing to stay in the league. You're not playing just whatever. So I think a lot of people that have been following these teams. Some of these teams have been like the Liverpools and Uniteds and Barças. They've been around since the 1880s. They've been over 100 years. They've been playing soccer and stuff. So for them, it's tradition, and I think it's for people that really love soccer. It's just ruining them right now, and that's why you've seen an uproar. Everybody in all leagues in the world, man.
Yeah, like I seen some team pulled out of the league earlier. Like what team?
Yeah. So what's going on now is that there's so much backlash that some of these right now, Manchester City was the first team today that came out and said, "Hey, we're going to pull out. We're not going to go with the Super League. We're going to pull out." Then you saw Chelsea from England say the same thing, and now it seems like all the 6 teams from England have all said, "Hey, I think we're going to step out of this." So right now it looks like
you never want to be the first one to say you want to do something.
Yeah. And it's more being ran right now. It's like the chairman of this league was going to be the president of Real Madrid. Again, one of the most historic. Like when you see Forbes, you always see Cowboys, Madrid, the Yankees, Barcelona. So it's being run and United. Those are probably the 5 biggest teams, and those are the 3 I think biggest pushers. Is Barcelona, Manchester United, and Real Madrid are trying to push this and stuff. So right now there's 17.
They're going to get their way.
Yeah.
That sounds like a power move.
They're not getting out. So we'll wait and see what happens and see.
It correlates to stuff that's going on here in the U.S. in the States with the NCAA losing their power with the Power 5 conferences in the NCAA. Like, dog, if this shit happens, dog, sports will change.
Right.
It's a money grab.
It's all about the money,
It's a money grab.
I think at some point it's going to make sense for some of these Power 5 teams. It may not be all of them. Like, some of these little schools and these big conferences might get left out, but the big ones won't. But it makes sense for them because you can get rid of all the stupid NCAA rules where, I can't buy you lunch and all this type of stupid shit like that. Like, you can get rid of all that. You don't have to have investigators.
Streamline some shit.
Dumb shit, because look, in a market, when there's a market for something and there's a certain value, either you can allow that value to be paid above board, or if you don't, it's gonna just go underground and they're still gonna be getting paid, right?
Right.
So you might as well create a new league where the players can get something. The ones who generate a lot of income for these schools can get something or whatever, and it's all above board. There's no hiding the shadows. There's no dealing with these different characters you got to deal with when you got to do stuff, under the table. So I think that, and they're the ones who bring in all the money anyway, as far as the names for the games that you want to see, right? So do we need to keep Iowa State? Like, do we need to carry them? Because if you think about it, in all these conferences, just sounds like similar to soccer, where all these teams get a certain pot of money from the TV deal, right? So, if I can drop Iowa State, if I can drop, Vanderbilt, if I can drop, a Duke in football, if I can drop them, I can take their share of the money. Why am I having them in here if I can just play with other good teams and we keep the whole pile of money because we're the teams everybody wants to see anyway. Now those other teams will still have a place to play, and there'll still be people who want to watch those.
And you know, you see what the competition that you have to go against, that kind of thing. Yeah. Hey, Kata.
Hey. Yeah, and that's where it's getting to. I mean, when you again, nobody wants to be the first one to jump out there. I mean, them being the teams that they are, and the like I said, the pull that they have, the power that they have, for them to say that right now is one of those like, oh shit, yeah, we can do that. Like kind of things like, oh, if they nobody be the first team to jump out there like, yeah, we want to do that shit because, you know, said to make you feel like you're turning your back on tradition, right?
Yeah.
So that's
right.
That's play against them. You're turning your back on tradition. We've been doing this for so long, so we're going to do this. No, if you had the opportunity to do something benefits us, and then it's not saying we're gonna out of it all the way right away, but get yourself to where you're prepared for us to leave. I know it's never going to be the same, blah, 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 but some of these teams got a chance to do something. And like I said, get a regulated body that we know is correct out of your fucking circle.
Yeah. And then, you know, outside of that part too, it's like, hey, shit, step your game up. Let's get some competition going on around there. Like, hey, like if you want to, Ric Flair said it best. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. God damn it. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. and think about it. We have back in the day, like even in the NCAA, people would go to the NIT before they would go to the NCAA tournament. Back in the day, that's how they. So there was something happened where, you know, the power structure flipped. And then it was good competition. Now, the NIT is down here, NCAA is up here. But we got to get somewhere where there's competition again, even at the very top. Because, like I said, we get stagnant in these boxes, and there's nothing wrong with tradition, but something has to push the tradition forward and not just be supplanted in the ways you're thinking, because that's how you get ignorant people, because they don't want to look outside their box of, well, this is how we've always done it, so I'm going to always do it like that. Yeah, at some point, that's going to run out.
Yeah. No, and another big play for these teams, like these big clubs, is right now with the pandemic and everything, and you notice, like in Europe, you know, the pandemic was pretty bad, then it got a little bit of cane, and it kind of picked up again and stuff. So for a lot of these clubs, like the Barcelonas and Real Madrids and Uniteds, they're losing money because they're paying out so much money for salaries, but they're not making that back money up with any attendance. So I think for them, that's what it is. Some of these teams are, I think they were talking about all, like of the 7 teams left right now, which are the 3 teams from England, the 3 teams from Italy and the 4 teams from Spain. They are in about a $1.8 billion hole and just lost money because of just what the pandemic has done to them and stuff. So I think some of these teams are trying to take advantage. If I can get a $3 billion deal, man, I'm back in it, man. Like this,
back in the black, baby.
I'm saying shit. Like I said, $2 to $3 billion in extra revenue. Come on, man. You can't even be mad at that. Like shit. Where I sign up, man.
The rich get richer. But I think that's what they're afraid of, because you know in soccer there is no salary cap. You know, if you got the money, you buy who you want to buy. It's not, you know, there's no salary cap. You can buy what you want to have if you got the money. So I think some teams are afraid of that.
Though.
Yeah. But that's why in soccer, like I said, we know, even over here, we know about certain teams like the Manchester, but we don't know about the other Manchester team that nobody talks about or some shit like that. I mean, that's one of the reasons.
All I know is I can't go in and negotiate a box of toothpaste at the store and be like, hey, well, you know what I'm saying? This is fucked up. I can't go negotiate that shit. There shouldn't be no salary cap. Don't get mad at me because you don't make, you know what I'm saying, that your team ain't making this. Forget it. Yeah, because
both things are right.
I'm opposed to super teams at the same time. If you shelling out the cash, I can't do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, no, it's the thumbs. I don't know what to do with my thumbs. I don't know what to do with my thumbs. But okay, that's an interesting take. Like I said, I saw so much stuff on it that I don't normally see because I'm not a soccer enthusiast by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I played PES soccer just because the guy's name was Sissoko. That was it. So,
the French player.
Yeah, you say, I didn't even know he was French. Yeah, Sissoko. Yeah, and that's all they said the whole time. I was like, well, shit, I got to keep playing the game because his name is cool. And so, but no, that was just interesting to see. But I see the money move out there. There. Thanks, Gio.
Major money move.
Huge. And again, it's always about that. I think that's why if they were to do it, FIFA and UEFA will get some kind of play like that. That's where they're pushing. Sure. They're putting the ultimatums like, you guys can't play in these tournaments. We'll ban all the players from playing in Europa League and World Cup. Yeah, right. Like these guys these guys make your World Cup. You're not going to ban these guys.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
For them, it's money too. They're just trying to see if they can get a piece out of it. FIFA's trying to figure out a way to get a piece of it, man.
Say, man, let me get 2%. Say, okay, 1.75. Come on, dog. Stop playing.
Man. They try to make deals. They don't even have a spot on the calendar. They're like, we don't know when we're going to play them, but if you pay me, we will find a spot. We'll find a spot for you.
They say,
y'all playing.
How many teams are guaranteed to be there? You said 15?
15 guaranteed that would never be regulated. Yeah, 15 teams that can never be regulated, and that's why that's why a lot of the soccer players or a lot of the coaches and people are like, hey, that's not soccer, man. We're not used to it. There should be something you're playing for regulation.
Right.
And now you're telling me that there's 15 teams that will never get regulated. They will always stay there.
Yeah.
How is that fair? That's not that's not what soccer is about. So it's for them. It's tradition. It's always it's always been like that. You don't do well, bye bye. You go back to the second division.
Yeah,
the minor leagues.
But 15 franchises or whatever you call them in soccer, them motherfuckers said, "Nah, this is what we finna do."
But there's enough of them that they can do that.
Right. Bingo.
There's enough of them that can do that. That's the thing about it. And that, to me, that's the catch-22 about it. Like, yes, there's always been teams that, they're fighting for to get back to play in the league and stuff like that. But there was teams that you just know they're not going to get regulated. These teams, they're going to be good enough every time to not. So for them to just be like, no, we're just going to go with the obvious over here, and then the rest of y'all can try to catch up to us. To me, like I said, that's competition. That breeds competition. Right. Make sure you're the 16th team that can't get regulated. Who says we can't change the rule? We changed them.
Yeah. Good point. Well, there you go. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Episode 163. This is what we do. I got a lot of stuff to edit. Got a lot of stuff to break down. Thank you, Gio, for the soccer minute.
Appreciate you.
Anytime, guys.
Yeah, man. Hey, we out this thing.
Later, guys.
You kiss your kids, you go out, you bust your butt every day as hard as you can, give 100% effort to the people who have given you an opportunity. You